S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support.
Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. We own now. Check three, check three, check three. 80 weapon.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Stanley. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Check 45.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man. It's Eifert. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them.
Ready.
Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know they're nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
Got it.
Watch 57. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Go, Jackrabbit. Come on. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Stanley. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's get in there, Harry.
Check the backer. Check the backer.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st down, Mixon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go, here we go. 70, Indy.
Watch the slant.
Bravo.
Mike 54. Mike 55.
Five.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
30 base.
You.
Now.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. That will get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor?
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 18. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 82 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now it's Ingram. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Down. 60 or.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Go. 18 Gator.
Single.
Looking to throw on second down. Stanley. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Go! 90, Wolf! Topper! Topper!
Watch out.
Check 9, check 9!
Check.
On second down, Mixon. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard as he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Ready!
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On second down now, it's Ingram. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Bills on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Ready!
To throw on second down. Stanley, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley, he's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 81 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Next to score, Bengals 26, Bills 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Don't get nervous.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. 8, read.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now.
This is Mixon on the draw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. This is Mixon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Light. 54, Mike, 61, matchbox lights. I'm coming. Hit it.
Back to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. As his guys are in for 6. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Double time. 4 down. Alert. Joker.
They toss to Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
51. Watch the run. Watch the run.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Point after, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throwing again. Stanley. This one complete to Ingram. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Stanley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Stanley. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Let's make these smooth.
2nd and 2. And he slings one that's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
132 fighter. Ready.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And an alley to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
Now Joe Mixon. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
2nd and 6. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Buzz.
Mike's 54.
Now.
Mike's 54.
I want that. Give me that ball.
They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's good for 28 yards. Looking to throw. Stanley. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
60 outlaw.
50, Mike, 50. Here we go.
Check. Fresno.
2nd and 11. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
That's going to be a long day.
From the gun, Stanley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
On the ready.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Let's go. 60 or.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
And a catch good. It's Eifert. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
54.
Better bring it. You better. Ready.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Get it.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
At the 34-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stanley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They don't want it. They don't want it. Keep
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 28-yard line.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Rock it. Snap.
On second down, Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Second down and inches. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 10 yards out. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
2nd and 15. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, Echo.
Fires the mic.
Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Get it.
On 4th down, Stanley. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Ready.
Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
25. Check 25.
They'll run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, Warren. Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Bills on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Stanley. And now here's another interception. William Jackson with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I've got an idea. Let's get racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Oh, refusing to go down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
I got you. I got you. What's tight?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanley, he's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Stanley. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Stanley. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Off the play fake. Stanley. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Stanley. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills claw one back. Now the try here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Hit it.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.